So welcome everybody to another Monday with Chair Yoga. As always, really listen to your body. As well as the instructions that I give, be sure that you stay consciously aware of how things feel in your own body. And if anything that I guide you in doesn't feel right, then it's fine for you to modify or even skip any of the exercises. Okay? You should have a chair where you can sit comfortably upright with your feet firm on the floor. I recommend not leaning into the back of the chair, but coming a little forward so that you have a little space behind your waist. And you can rock a little forward and back on your sitting bones and just feel how that changes the alignment of your spine. And once your feet are grounded, just pay attention to your breath. And allow your breath to flow through the nose, unless your nose is stuffed. Breathing in and out, both through the nose. Slowly, but also gently. So don't force the breath. You want to be sure that you aren't holding your breath, even if we hold a particular stretch at any point. So start by just circling your shoulders. And noticing if there's tension or tightness in your neck or shoulders. We carry a lot of tension there very often. So just begin to ease it out. And then sitting tall, lengthen up through the crown of your head so you're not tipping your chin up. It's as if you were leaning back into a headrest. And then turn your face side to side. And as you come to center, lower and lift your chin. Good, and then come back to center. I'm going to move to my other chair, but meanwhile, just tilt your right ear towards your right shoulder. Just breathe and feel that stretch. If you want, you can reach your right arm up and overhead. Just let the weight of your arm add to the stretch. And then relax the arms, let your head float up. Other side, left ear to the side. And optional to bring your left arm up. Breathe as we hold. And release. Good. Take a big shrug, shoulders towards ears. And as you release, just let it go with a sigh. Let's do that again. Inhale, shrug the shoulders up. Exhale with a big sigh. One more time. Inhale. And then exhale. Good. All right. Moving a little bit more into our spine. Just notice if your spine is kind of rounded. And take a moment to sit, tilt forward. So you get a little bit of a curve in your low back. We want the natural curve in the low back, but we also want length in the low back so we don't scrunch those delicate bones in the sacrum and low back area. So we want to lengthen down through the tailbone, draw up through the navel. So we're sitting up tall, and then we'll reverse it using the abdominal muscles to hug the navel back as you roll back on your sitting bones. And then inhale, come to sit tall. And next exhale, tilt forward. And alternate a few more times. So exhaling to round. Inhale, sitting tall. Next exhale, tilting forward. Inhale, tall. One more time. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, sit tall. And exhale, tilting. And come back upright. Be sure your feet are grounded, that the ankles are resting pretty much directly under your knees. And then left hand can hold the side of the chair as your right arm sweeps up and reach a little bit overhead. Try to keep your arm in line with your ear rather than letting it come in front of your face. And if that's painful in your shoulder, just take the arm a little farther from your head. Breathe. Think of extending out through your fingers wherever your arm is positioned, and also extending through the crown of your head as you try to press that right sit bone into the chair. And then come back to center. Other side, left arm sweeping up and come a little bit over, shoulder staying back, breathing deeply, left hip staying down on the chair. And gently returning to center, release the arm. Let's move into a twist where we use the chair to help create the twist. So we're going to turn our whole body all the way to the right. Let's turn to the side. You're going to end up facing away from the screen. You're going to be turning to the back of your chair. So you can let your right arm rest on that chair back, and then bring your left hand around and begin to use your hand. So you're kind of pulling with your left hand, sliding the right hand over, and turning your ribs. Legs are close together, chest is lifted, shoulders are relaxed down the back, and the chest is nice and wide. Take a couple of breaths in this position. And slowly unwind. Good, let's go to the other side. So turning to your left. Left hand resting on the chair back. And as your right hand comes around, left hand can slide across, giving a little pull with your right hand to draw your ribs around. Deep breaths in and out. And gently unwind and return to face forward. Good, let's just kind of take a little march in place. So very gently, it can be very small, just a little marching in place. Get the legs a little woken up. And then walk your feet out wider. We're going to tilt forward, bring the right shoulder kind of between the legs, and then come back to the middle. And then tilting as we tilt forward towards the other side. Coming back up, and again, right shoulder twisting in and coming up, and left shoulder twisting in and coming up. Good, we're going to go into a forward bend. Now, if you have osteoporosis or osteopenia, you may only want to just come forward with a flat back. If it's comfortable for you to bow forward and let your head drop below the level of the heart, you can continue from the flat back and let your head release down. Hands can even come down onto the floor or just slide down your legs. Take a moment here, maybe feeling the stretch in your upper thighs. Good, and then bring your hands back up to your legs and come all the way upright. Moving into our seated sun salutation. Bring your palms together in front of your heart. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, release the hands. Next, inhale, sweep the arms out and up. And exhale, gently bow forward. And you don't have to go as far as I'm going. You can go just to that flat back. We'll all meet there as we inhale. Exhale, relax your head and neck. And next, inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, palms coming to your heart. Full breath in. and out, repeating just that sequence, inhaling up, exhale to bow. Inhale, long spine, exhale, soften. Inhale all the way up, exhale, hands to heart. Full breath in, let it out. Let's add another piece. We'll inhale to cactus, exhale, tilting one way, and inhale up. Exhale, tilt the other way, inhale up. Exhale, twist, and return to center. And next exhale, twist the other way. Inhale back to center, exhaling hands to heart. Full breath in, and from the beginning now, inhaling, sweep up, exhale to bow. Inhale, long spine, exhale, soften. Inhale all the way up, exhale, hands to heart. Inhale to cactus, exhale, tilt, inhale up, and tilt, inhale up. Exhale, twist, inhale, center, and twist. Inhale, center, exhale, hands to heart. Full breath in, let it out. Let's repeat those two sections. Inhaling up, and exhale to bow. Inhale, long spine, exhale, soften. Inhale all the way up, exhale, hands to heart. Inhale to cactus, exhale, tilt, inhale up, and tilt, inhale up. Twist, and center, and twist, and center. Exhale, hands to heart. Full breath in, let it out, adding another piece. Inhaling, right arm up, back of the left hand inside your left leg. Slide the hand down along your leg as you look up at your right hand. Inhale, rise up, switch the arms. Exhale, right hand sliding down. Inhale, both arms sweep up, and exhale, palms come to your heart. Take a deep breath, let it out, putting everything together. Inhaling up, and exhale to bow. Inhale, long spine, exhale, soften. Inhale all the way up, exhale, hands to heart. Inhale to cactus, exhale, tilt. Inhale, center, and tilt. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center, and twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, right arm up, back of the left hand down. Slide down the leg as you look up. Inhale, come up, switch the arms. Other hand slides down. Inhale, both arms stretch. Exhale, palms to heart. Take a full breath in. Let it out. Let's do that whole sequence again. Inhaling up, and exhale to bow. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, soften. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale to cactus. Exhale, tilt. Inhale up, and tilt. Inhale up. Twist. Center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Hands to heart. Inhale, right arm up, back of the left hand down. Slide along the leg as you look up. Inhale, coming up, switch the arms. Other side slides down. Inhale, both arms stretch. Exhale, hands to heart. One last big breath in, sweeping out and up. Exhale, open the arms out wide. Relax the shoulders as the arms and hands float down. And as they come down, walk your feet in. If you need a little break, this is the time to sit back in your chair for a pause. If not, you can stay where you are. As we begin to warm up the legs and feet, you can be leaning back for this first exercise. So just lifting your right foot, will circle the ankle, big circle with your toes, and then reverse the circle. Good. Flex that foot and then point and flex and point. Flex and point and flex and point. Other leg. So circling the left ankle and reverse. And then flex and point. Flex and point. Flex and point. And flex and point. Good. Okay, if you're not already sitting away from the chair back, scoot up a little now. Make sure you're rooting down through your tailbone, but that you slightly engage these low belly muscles. It's like you're gently hugging your belly towards your spine. Right? Not holding your belly in, but hugging. Good. Flex your right foot. Slide that heel back under the chair as far as you can take it, and then keep the foot flexed as you extend that leg straight out. Let's repeat, bending. So just moving from the knee. The thigh stays on the chair. The lower leg flexes and extends. Let's do one more. Hold the leg out there for a moment. Feel those thigh muscles really working to support the leg. Breathe and release. Other leg. Flex the left foot, slide the heel back, and straighten the leg forward. And again, flex and extend. And extend, bend, extend. One more time, bend, extend and hold the leg there for a moment and breathe. And gently release. But just shake your legs out a little bit, tap them with your hands. And breathe again. Let's move up to the hip joint. So we'll support our leg with the hands. We're going to lift the right leg. We're going to interlace your fingers under the right thigh. And rather than pulling the leg up, try to let your legs sit very heavily in your hands. And then move the leg with your hands in tiny circles. So what this does is helps to lubricate that ball and socket joint of your hip. And change the direction of the circles. Good. Come on back to center. Hug that leg in close to your chest. You can switch the clasp of your hands to around the front of the shin if that's comfortable. Let's flex both feet. Engage your core, so navel hugging towards the spine. Sit up tall and breathe. If you would like, you can add a lift of that left leg, extending the foot forward. And keep your chest lifting, shoulders hugging back, trying to bring your chest and your thigh as close together as you can. Don't forget to breathe. If you need to release before I tell you, it's always okay. Okay, let's all release. And shake out your hands, wiggle your fingers. And get ready for the other side. So lifting the left thigh, I'm going to interlace under that thigh. Let the leg sit heavy in your hands and use your hands to create the circling motion. Reverse the circles. And then draw that knee in towards your chest. If you want, switch the clasp of your hands. Sit up tall, so you're drawing your shoulders back, lifting your chest, engaging your core belly muscles. Flex both feet. Breathe deeply as you hold, either here or add the stretch of the right leg out in front of you. Deep breath. In and out. Good, and then gently release both feet to the floor. Rock a little bit side to side. And let's make some easy circles with the whole torso. So your whole body is kind of moving around those hips. After a few rotations, change direction. And then coming to stillness, sitting up tall. Let's do a little for our arms. So let's start with a shoulder stretch by lifting the right arm, elbow bent. You're gonna lift that elbow towards the ceiling, keeping your upper arm close to your ear. If you can reach, you can grasp the elbow with your left hand and draw it as far back as you're able to go. Feel the stretch in the upper arm and breathe into it. And release. Other side. Left elbow bent, lift it towards the ceiling, help it out with your other hand. Breathe. And release. Circle your shoulders a few times. And then interlace your fingers. Turn the palms away from your body. Let's press the palms forward and draw your navel back. So you're rounding your spine and you stretch across your mid and upper back. And then inhale, stretch up to the sky. Exhale, open the arms, float them out to the side and gently down. Good. Working the back of those arms. You're going to lean forward. You can bring your left forearm horizontal, just resting on your thighs. And you're going to reach back with your right arm. So you're going to straighten your right arm back behind you. And just little pulses, lifting that arm towards the ceiling, little pulses. Keep the arm straight today. Little pulses, up and back. And then relax that arm, shake it out. And let's do the other side. So leaning on your right forearm, you're going to stretch the left arm back behind you. Straight arm, gentle fist is helpful. And then as if you're kind of trying to punch up, back behind you. Tap on a trap door back there. Keep breathing. It's the repetition you'll start to feel. One more. And then relax that left arm, shake it out. Good. Coming up to sit tall. Let's open that right knee way out to the side and bring it back to center. So try not to turn your whole body. Just open the leg as wide as you can, keeping the knee and ankle in line with each other. So you don't want to open your foot farther or turn your foot out farther than you can open from the hip. Back to center. Let's do the other side. Left leg opening and returning. Open, turn. One more time. Good. This time we're going to open the right leg to the side, but I'm going to slide a little bit forward on my chair and a little bit over to the far edge so that my left hip is a little bit off the chair. My right foot is in line with my knee. Try and lift up through the torso and face directly towards the front of your chair. You can remain here with the left foot as it is, or try turning it inward a little bit and then slide or walk it out diagonally. So it's not straight to the side. It's not straight forward. It's kind of on a diagonal out on that angle. The sole of the foot stays on the floor. The heart stays open, chest wide. Let's open the arms with a big breath. Welcome that breath in, and then gently turn the wrists, palms down, and gaze to your right for warrior two pose. Breathe. Imagine you're standing on those 2 feet wherever yours are positioned. So really feeling them pressing into the floor. Imagine your hands pressing down on the top of a pool, right? They're floating on water and just gently pressing down. Then bring your left hand to your thigh or your hip. Turn your right palm up. Gently reach up towards the ceiling with that right arm. And as you exhale, bring your elbow, right elbow, it's bent and it comes to rest on your thigh. So your forearm is on your thigh. You're hugging back as if you're trying to pull the flesh of the upper thigh back. Open the chest. Sweep the left arm up towards the ceiling. Palm facing your head. You can stop there. Or if you want a little bit more stretch, more effort, bring that arm closer to your ear without letting it go in front of your face. Nice full breaths. And then come all the way up and release. Walk both feet back into the middle. Feel that center line in your body. And then we'll do the left side. So opening the left leg to the side, but again, sliding towards the front of the chair and a little bit to your right. So your right hip is a little freer, being a little off the chair. Try to face the front of your chair. Keep your right foot where it is or turn it slightly inward. And then walk out on a diagonal. Make sure you keep the sole of the foot on the floor. Lift up through your chest. Big breath in, arms open wide. Exhale, gently turn at the wrist, palms down, and gaze to your left. Breathe. Again, imagining that you're going to stand on your feet. Press them into the floor. Lift up through your chest. Nice deep breath. And then right hand coming to your thigh or hip, turn the left palm up. Gently stretch up towards the sky with that left arm. And as you bend your elbow, extend to the side. Try to keep your body open towards the chair front. Your arm can help by kind of hugging back against the skin of your leg. Shoulders back, head in line with your spine, and then right arm reaching up. And optional, bringing it closer to your ear if that feels okay for your shoulder. Nice full breath. And then gently move down through your feet as you reach up and walk the feet back in, coming back to center. Again, let's take a moment to just pause. You can sit back in your chair if you need a little break. Rock your head a little bit side to side. Or another action that's nice to release the neck is to imagine you're drawing little circles with your nose out in front of you. And then reversing those circles. Good. All right, we're going to stretch another part of the leg now as we turn to the right. This time we're going to turn our whole body to the side, but stay near the front edge of the chair. So your left hip again is kind of off the chair. So you can relax that left leg, let the knee drop down towards the floor. And breathe. You may feel a lot of stretch just here through that upper thigh and what's called the psoas muscles that attach to the hip. Take a moment, just breathe into that. The right hand can be on the chair back for support. And then try bowing forward just a little bit and see if from there you can walk your left foot farther back behind you, toes tucked under. Press back through that left heel, maybe even straightening the left leg, but keep the heel vertical. And now we don't want to collapse that low back area, so we're going to extend down through the tailbone, but at the same time, lift up through the low belly and gradually move the whole rib cage more in line with the hips. Feel your breath. And now if you feel steady, try releasing that right arm from the chair, stretching it up, and then if you want, adding the left arm. Breathe deeply. Deep, deep lunge. But then as you release your arms down, lean forward, relax that left leg, and let the foot slide forward. Come on back to center. We'll do the other side. So turning to your left, right hip hanging a little off the chair near the front edge of the seat. Relax the right knee, just letting it drop towards the floor. Sit tall. Feel your breath, feel any stretch in the thigh. And then try leaning a little bit forward and see if that allows you to walk your right foot farther back. Wiggle it, toes tucked under, but make sure the heel stays up, right in line with the rest of the foot. Press back through the heel to even elongate that leg more. And then tailbone down, belly lifting up and moving back. Whole rib cage in line with the hips. Good. Make sure your feet feel secure, and if they do, stretch left arm up, and if you want, add the right, and breathe. Then bringing your arms down, gently lean forward, relax the back leg, and slide the foot forward, turning back to face the front of your chair. Take a moment to notice just how your breath may have changed. So sometimes as we go through a series of stretches, our breath might get a little faster, a little ragged. Give it a moment to settle. We're going to come to the front edge of the chair now. And then bring your hands, see if you can reach the back corners of your seat. Right, so the heels of your hands are kind of resting on the corners of the chair, seat in back of you. Another option here is to bring your heels onto the front legs of the chair so that all of your feet are on the floor, the heels are on the chair leg, just giving a little more stability for the second level of this modified camel pose. So we're curling our shoulders back, lifting the chest, breathing. Feel a lot of arch in your back just from here. Try to keep the back of your neck long, so don't let your head drop back. Just the upper back that's really arching. Good, and then if you want to, add a little strength and effort. Press down with your hands, pressing into your feet. Lift your hips with your tailbone forward and breathe. Good, gently creasing at the hips, slide your hips back onto the seat and feet to the floor, shake out your hands. Let's take that right hand, turn the palm up and gently draw the fingertips back towards your body as you press the hand forward. And release. Other side, left palm up, fingers point down. Draw the fingertips back as you press the palm forward and breathe. And release. Shake out your hands. Let's make some circles with the wrists. And go the other way. And then gently bringing your fingertips to your shoulders. Make some circles with your elbows. Going forward and up and around. And release the arms. Let's come to the front edge of your chair again. I'm going to stretch that right leg out. The heel on the floor, the foot flex. Breathe. See if you can lengthen up through your spine. So make sure you're not collapsing back. If you need to, keep your right hand on the side of the chair for support. We're going to tilt forward. So you're tilting not from the waist, but from down at the hip, keeping your spine long. And you should feel this someplace in the back of that right leg. Just breathe into it. Don't force it. Just let your breath be an invitation to get a little more stretch. Good, and release. Bring that foot back in. Let's do the other side. Left leg out, foot flexed, heel on the floor, sit up really tall, and then gently tilt. Have to go far. The more you keep your chest lifted and shoulder blades back, the more you'll get the stretch in the back of the leg. Just breathe into it. Try not to drop your head or pound your back here. And gently release. Good. This next stretch is a couple of alternatives. So we're going to let that right leg flop open to the side. You can try starting with the left leg extended and then lift the right foot, bring the outer ankle onto the front of your left shin. You see how that feels. If you're getting a stretch in the hip already, that may be enough for you. If you want to try sliding the heel up higher and keeping the knee wide, you can. If you make it above your left knee, then you can even place that left foot on the floor. That's a pretty deep stretch, so don't force. If you can always back up, right? If you got too far and it's not comfortable, just back up to an earlier stage. Sit as tall as you can. Again, here we don't want to let the back round or the head drop, but sit tall. Feel if you're rocking forward from the hinge of your hips, if anything. Right foot can be flexed. That just protects the knee joint. And gently release. And let's do the other side. So right leg extends. Let the left knee flop open. Flex the foot as you lift it. And bring the outer ankle or heel alongside or onto the front of the shin first. See how that feels. Check that you're sitting up tall. And you can explore helping that foot slide up higher. Keep the foot flexed, knee open wide, and possibly bending your right knee. Lift through your chest, shoulders back. Just enjoy your breath. Good, as you gently unwind, bring both feet to the floor, sit tall. Let's do a couple of lion poses. So on the inhalation, we're going to curl the fingers into fists, and at the same time, scrunch up your face like you ate something really sour. On the exhalation, show your claws. Spread the fingers wide, arms extend, without pulling the shoulders forward. So shoulders are back. Show that proud mane. The eyes open wide and look up. The tongue sticks out and down, and we roar. So let's do 3 of those. Let's take a breath in between each one. So first, breathing in and out. And then inhale, scrunching in. Exhale, lion. Ah. And relax. Out. Second lion, scrunching in and stretching. Ah. And relax as you breathe in and out. last line. Scrunching everything in. Big stretch. Ah. And shake out the hands. Rock a little side to side. So we're going to make our way to standing and do a little work with balance. If that doesn't work for you, you can stay seated, just visualize doing what you see us doing, or take a little break and rest. Okay, so lots of options. See what's right for you. Try to come to stand consciously though. So rather than looking down at the floor, or rounding your back, draw your shoulders back, walk your feet a little farther underneath you so that they're more under your thighs than under your knees. And you tilt forward and then gradually put more weight into your legs. You can try doing a little rocking, right? Be a human rocking chair to get a little momentum going. And then you're going to press into your feet and come all the way to stand. Adjust my screen here. And then you can come to stand behind your chair. But I'm gonna move my chair to the side so that you can see what I'm doing with my legs and feet. So we're going to start with a little balance challenge, which seems simple, but may not be as simple as it seems. So keep at least one hand on your chair. So take a slight step back away from your chair. And then you're going to try and step your right foot directly in front of your left. So they're in a line. And just try and equalize your weight on both legs, hugging the legs together. And there'll be a little wobbling and swaying. That's why I say keep one or both hands on the chair for support. And just notice how much you're wobbling. If you feel steady, lift one hand off the chair, maybe both. Keep breathing. Good, and then step that right foot back. And let's do the other side. So left foot directly in front, heel to toe, left in front of right. Try to equalize your weight on both legs, squeeze towards the middle. Notice any swaying or wobbling. Just allow that to happen while you're holding lightly to the chair. And breathe. And then maybe lift one hand away from the chair, maybe both. And then let's release, step both feet side by side. Take a moment here. We're going to reach that right foot forward now. Just lightly tap the toes and then out to the side and then reach way back behind you. So you're going to try it and then bring the foot back to center. So you're trying to keep your torso facing forward and you're just tapping the toes front, side, back, and together. Front, side, back, and together. Front, side, back, and together. One more. Front, side, back, and together. Other leg. So you can always step a little bit back from the chair if you need more space. Tap the left toes forward, side, all the way back, and together. We'll repeat. Forward, side, back, together, forward, side, back, together, forward, side, back, together. One more time. Forward, side, back, and together. Good. Bend your knees a little bit. Gently make some easy circles with your hips. And change the direction of the circles. Good. We're going to lift that right leg now. So start with holding the chair, and then you can play with your balance. Just going to bend the right knee and lift the foot off the floor. Imagine you were marching and you're frozen in place. So a big lift of the leg if you can. Breathe. So you're just standing on one leg. And you can play with the arm position. So you can keep both hands on the chair. You can try extending one arm out to the side. You can try extending both arms out. Feel the little wobbling. Always coming back to the chair as needed. Breathe. Belly muscles are helping out here. And then let's release. The other side. So left knee bending, lifting the thigh as high as you can. Pausing. Just feel this action. And breathe. And then try lifting one hand away from the chair. Maybe both. Or not. And release that foot back. And take the feet a little bit wider than hip distance. Toes can be slightly turned out. I'm going to bend both knees and make sure you open your knees as wide as your ankles. So the knees are pointing towards the middle toe on each foot. Let's see if you can sink any lower without collapsing. So abdominal muscles are hugging in. There's a slight tilt of your spine and you're breathing. But as you come all the way up to stand, pause for a moment. I'm going to turn the left foot so it's facing directly forward, and you're going to open your right leg out to the side. Try to keep your torso facing directly forward. Legs are straight. Imagine you were trying to squeeze your legs towards each other. Again, one or both hands can stay on the chair. You want to keep your torso really open here. We're going to hinge at the hip joint. So the hips swing a little bit to the left. And as they do, your whole upper body lengthens diagonally to the right. The right hand can slide down your leg. Left arm can reach for the sky if you feel steady on your feet. Make sure to breathe. Try to keep your head in line with the rest of your spine. Keep that left shoulder back in the socket. I should say the arm back in the shoulder socket. And then come all the way up and let's switch sides. So right foot facing directly forward. Turn your left leg out to the side. Open your chest. Breathe. We're hinging at this left hip now. Hips tip to the right. Torso lengthens to the left. Keep one hand on the chair if you need to. You can release your left arm, slide the hand down the leg, and possibly add the right arm reaching for the sky. Trikonasana, the triangle pose. Breathe. And as you come up, turn both feet parallel, bend the knees a little bit again, and just shift your weight from one leg to the other. I'm going to be turning towards the chair for this next sequence. You're facing me, chair's in front of you. So this is just so you can see the side view. I'm going to keep my right foot close to the chair and reach my left foot back. So in a standing lunge, the back heel is lifted, but I'm going to try and press the heel towards the floor. So I'm going to lift it and lower it a couple of times. But then now I'm going to try and stretch that heel all the way to the floor. Now my foot might turn out a little bit to the side, but try to keep your hips facing the chair. Pause there with the front knee bent, and then straighten both legs. Imagine you were hugging isometrically front to back and side to side with your legs. We're going to hinge at the hips again. Coming forward, chest extending over or towards the chair back. Breathe. Your right forearm can rest on the chair. A couple of options here. So you can rest both forearms on the chair back and just let your head bow here. That's option one, and breathe. Next option is to stay with a flat back. Slide your right hand over to the edge of the chair back and bring your left hand across so that you're twisting your torso. Breathe. Good. Untwist yourself, bend the front knee, lift the back heel, and step in. All right, I'll move my chair to the other side so I don't have to turn away from you for this whole sequence here. So left foot close to the chair, right foot steps back, the heel is up, left knee is bent. I'm going to try to press that right heel towards the floor a few times, lifting and lowering. Stretching the calf. And then I want to get that heel to the floor if possible, letting the foot turn out a little to the side, but keeping your body facing the chair. And breathing. But then straightening the front leg, hugging the legs isometrically front to back, side to side. You're going to hinge at the hip, tilting forward, starting with a flat back. Pause for a moment, see where you get to. Back flat, lengthening through your torso, and then perhaps resting your forearms on the chair back, simply letting your head bow and rest on your arms. And then meeting in that flat back again. This time we're going to bring the left hand to the edge of the chair back or even the side and bring the right hand around so that we can use the chair back to twist the upper body to the left. Breathe. Good. Now unwind yourself, and from here, lift the back heel so you square the legs. Again, everything's parallel. And we're going to take a big step back with that left foot. So big, you're going to shift your weight back. So from your left foot, push back, and then hips stretch back away from the chair in this downward facing dog variation. Breathe. If it's too much stretching your legs, bend the knees a little. Try to keep your head higher than your tail. So let your head drop down, keep stretching through the arms. Another couple of breaths. And then gently rock up onto the balls of your feet. And let's tiptoe forward. Take a moment to just stand with the toes on the floor, heels lifted. And gently lower the heels. Make your way back to your chair for a minute or two of relaxation. So as you come to sit, know that you've done the work and now it's time to just let go. You can close your eyes, hands can rest on your legs. Let your breath come and go however it needs to. Imagine all the muscles of your body relax. No effort needed now. The chair is supporting you. The floor is supporting you. You can even relax the muscles of your face. Relax your eyes. Relax your mouth and jaw. And as we begin to come out of this relaxation, you can move head, neck, hands, feet in any way that feels good to you. Circle the shoulders. And come to sit more upright in your seat. Feet grounded, spine long, away from the chair back, chest wide. Imagine a little string on the crown of your head, drawing it up towards the ceiling as your tail roots downward. And then gently bringing your palms together in front of your heart. Let's chant the sound of Om together to close our practice. Take a deep breath in. Namaste. Thank you all for joining me. I will come up close to the screen and you're welcome to unmute if you have any questions or